So today we're in Stirlingshire and we're going to meet Keith Amor. He's going to take us on a little tour of his garage, and the 5 times Isle of Man podium winner is going to tell us how he got involved in bike racing. And as usual, Keith's late. Very late.
Alright, old man?
It's good to see you, buddy.
Sorry I'm late.
That's okay, better late than never. Keith, can you tell us how you managed to get into bike racing in the first place?
The honest answer? I actually passed my test in 2000 and I managed to get a Yamaha R1, the new 2000, I think it was 2001, and I pretty much nearly killed myself about 18 times on the road, but I'd bought the bike on hire purchase so I couldn't sell it, and a friend of mine asked me if I would go racing, and I didn't really want to go racing, and he nagged me, so one day a friend of mine, Marcus, and myself went up to Knockhill in a P100 pickup. We put a set of bodywork on the bike and went out and practiced, and I came back in and I said, how am I doing? He said, well, you're pretty much going nearly as fast as most of these guys. So I said, right, we'll go and race. So I raced 2001. I think I finished 8th my first race for the back of the grid, and then 7th, and in the second meeting I got 2 thirds, and then I went to East Fortune and won. I thought, well, this is the path to go. But unfortunately I tried to do the British Championship and just didn't have the funding. And we went to watch it's actually 2004, we went to watch the North West 200, and a friend of mine, Derek McConaughey, said to me, you'll be good at this. I said, why? He said, because you're an idiot, because he'd been riding with me on the road. I said, well, that's why I don't ride on the road anymore. He said, yeah, but there's no buses and trucks coming the other way here, is there? I said, well, I can't afford it. He said, well, if I can get you some sponsorship, would you do it? So I said, yeah. So I ended up starting racing proper in 2005 up at Knockhill. I won the Scottish Championship, and I went and done the North West 200 for the first time. And then in 2007 I ended up with Yule Duncan Racing, and then that team split in 2007, and one of the main sponsors, Wilson Craig, said, well, why don't we start a team? So I ended up racing for Wilson 2008 and 9, and that's when I started doing the proper road racing, as they call it, between the hedges.
That took you over to the Isle of Man TT, and you had great success at Isle of Man TT. What would you say your biggest success on the island was? I'm not sure exactly how many. I've had 5 podiums or something. I don't know what they were, 2 seconds and 3 thirds or whatever. I finished 6 seconds behind Bruce Anstey one of the races, which was rerun, and I would have won it the first time round because Bruce hadn't woken up, but when they rerun the race, Bruce woke up again. So I finished second to him there, but it was a really good race. I think him, myself and somebody else were stuck together for quite a lot of the race, and halfway around the last lap I got the hammer down and passed them all and pulled away from them and got to the finish line first, and I thought if I'd actually ridden like that from the beginning I would have won the race. That was probably my most enjoyable one. Most frustrating one was 2010 when I was lying, I don't know, 10 seconds behind Hutchie in the senior on the HM Plant Honda bike, and unfortunately it stopped halfway around the last lap. But I mean, that's TT, spanner machine. From what I remember, it stopped beside your teammate as well, and that's a good thing to bring up. Who's your best teammate been? You've had a good few of them. Who's your favourite and best?
John. I mean, John and I, we have quite a similar sense of humour.
John McGuinness?
Yeah, I think sometimes Neil Tuxworth didn't quite enjoy our sense of humour sometimes, and we got in a little bit of trouble now and again. I don't think we actually officially got boardroomed, but we were close quite a few times. No, John and I got on really well. He's a bit like me. I mean, he really enjoys the enduro, motocross, doing the whole everything with the bikes, and he's the only person he let me follow him around the TT, and he's never ever let anybody follow him around the TT course before in practice.
What does Keith Amor do to chill and relax? You're a family man, your wife, 2 kids, lovely house. You know, what do you do to chill? as little as possible. Now the summer's here again, I'll probably go out riding a lot more. I mean, I've got a brand new motocross bike that I haven't actually even ridden yet because I don't want to get dirty. But now that the sun's out again, I'm going to go and play on that. It's my passion. You know, as much as I like riding the race bikes and what, I've grew up with motocross bikes.
Let's go for a wee tour of the garage. I think it's about time.
Sure?
Yeah.
It's dirty.
Keith, we're standing in this beautiful garage. We've got a lovely assortment of bikes. Can you talk us through what we have sitting here? Looks like we've got a possible road bike and the race version.
Yeah, basically start off absolutely identical. The only thing we've changed on this is obviously the paintwork. We've changed the exhaust on it. Other than that, standard bike.
Okay,
anyway, this is the race version. Now, as you can see, different chain, different pitch chain, different pitch sprockets, full titanium bolts, lightweight discs, factory acrylic system. Right, so this is your race. Lap times come up, TC trim, traction control, plus up and down, obviously, and then obviously the opposite way. Then we have got, let me think, you'll like this one, pit lane speed limiter.
Oh yeah, I like the disco lights.
So when we're coming in at the TT, we come in, bang it on. As soon as you come at the far end, bang, you go again.
Okay. Put a price on the fully kitted out race bike.
The parts, to me, with everything that's been done to the cylinder head, and it'll be the best part of about, with labour, about £40,000.
We can just come across here now, because this is work, as you say. This is work. This is your baby, and this is play. This is fun time, isn't it? This is where it all started for Keith Amor.
This is, this is my passion. I mean, I absolutely love riding a motor. It's funny, like Jonathan Ray and I are both the same. That is a job. That's what we do for fun.
The bike, the Rig Deluge super bike.
I like to call it the big dog.
The big dog. It's I mean, horsepower wise, can you tell us?
Well in excess of 200 and something.
And a price tag?
Probably cost me somewhere in the region of 60,000 to build it.
Top speed?
Tailwind in the northwest is probably good for 2.5, 2.6, 208 mile an hour, somewhere there.
And how easy is it to ride compared to the super stock bike, which is essentially the sister bike, which is parked just next to it? Is it easier or is it harder to ride?
The biggest issue with as you can see, I mean, it's got completely different triple clamps on it, and obviously this is all carbon, we're not allowed that. It's lighter, it's got, well, £10,000 forks on it, it's got the Brembo, it's got everything. But the trouble with having everything and having it so multi-adjustable, I found that we got lost last year.
Right, okay.
And we did get lost.
Okay, your favourite teammate, best teammate, John McGuinness.
Yep.
The fastest man in the Isle of Man TT. Has John peaked at the Isle of Man TT? Do you think he'll go any quicker at the Isle of Man TT?
Well, yeah, having spoke to him yesterday, he sounds very confident. He's in a happy place, and generally when John's in a happy place means he's going to be. Anything can happen at TT.